looks crazy. If that holds, I'll weigh in officially under my pound goal. Yay. Breakfast is a 2-egg omelet with the Laughing Cow cheese in it, and just really plain, just 2-egg omelet. I fried it up all weird, so, and about a cup and a half worth of grapes. Now, generally, almost every time I measure my grapes, I'm going to measure them after I take them off, but I want to let you know that after you do this for about a year, you get pretty good at estimating. You just want to make sure you do it from time to time, because you will have grape creep or salad creep or cereal creep, which is where, yeah, you know what it looks like, but you start to add a little extra anyway. So I will be measuring them. I just figured they were prettier for the picture on the vine. So the fat girl is crazy, Martha, asked me what it was like life at goal, and then she mentioned paint a picture, and I was like, that's very interesting. I think a lot of the questions are going to talk about life at goal, and in a minute I will talk more about life at goal, but actually I'll go ahead and talk about it, no, in a minute, but I wanted to show you something real quick. There's my picture, because Martha wanted me to paint a picture of what it's like to be at goal, so I painted a picture. So that was my picture for Martha. That's a painting of my life at goal. And I would like to thank you for that question, because that painting never would have happened had you not asked it. I can't even describe. It's amazing and scary. I have nightmares of eating insane amounts of ridiculous stuff. I have nightmares of relapse. I sometimes look in the mirror and think that my face, I'll be like, oh, it's getting fat again. Like, my face is getting fat again. If I'm up a pound or two on the scale, which is normal, fluctuation is normal, 1. 2, even though I have weighed in at 39.2 for like weeks in a row, you know, when I drink water and eat, I'm in the 40s, like 140, all the way up to like 145, and then I'll look in the mirror and I'm like, I can see it, it's coming back, which is not, it's ridiculous, but it just happens sometimes. It takes a while to get what is happening outside your body to coincide with your mental picture, because, and somebody else actually brought this up too, so I'm just going to address both. It takes a while, and even to this day I will look at things that are in sizes too big and then realize I'm shopping too big. And I love to shop. I love that I can go to fun sizes, but I spent my entire life being overweight, and I spent the last 10 years of my life being 100 pounds overweight. So it's not an easy thing for your brain just to adapt to. But I feel good. I go and I move my body and I challenge myself. And I think that's the biggest thing. Even if my size wasn't what it is, I have learned so much about just challenging myself. And I used to be so scared, like, to say, I am going to do that, or to set a goal, because I felt like there was no way I was going to get there. But now, setting goals is amazing. It's so much fun to add a goal to 43 things. It's so much fun to think things out and be like, okay, I think I can do this. What's a realistic goal? Like, okay, I want to run, okay, with the 5K last year, with the 10K last year, it was like, all right, I want to do a 10K. All right, I want to do the Crescent City Classic. Okay, I want to have a time limit. And then I sat it down and I do not cut myself any slack, but I also want to be realistic. And I was like, I want to get the 10K done in an hour and a half, and I think I can. And I did. And before I started this journey, and before I became who I am now, I never would have done that for fear of failing. And you know, it just wouldn't have happened. So there's this self-confidence, this knowing that I can do anything, and it makes me feel good for my kids and for my wife and for me, because it's like if there's a challenge, I can rise up to it. And I think like I have in the picture that I just showed you, I feel free from myself, like free from what I was bound into. And I'm happy on so many levels. I'm happy physically, I'm happy mentally, I'm happy with my family, I'm happy with myself. I feel like me for the first time. And when I wrote light, I didn't just mean like my body, which it is. It's totally different to play with the kids. It's totally different to run around. It's totally different just to do day-to-day things because I'm light and I'm easy to move the way it's supposed to be. But I mean light like in my spirit. It's like, well, first of all, I think that when I run and exercise, I work through a lot of like anger or resentment or anything that you hold on to, those negative things, I work through them. So I have that way of getting them out. Where before, and this is key, when you are consuming food to soothe the things you're holding inside, you're just putting more garbage on top of what you're holding inside. When you find a way like exercise to get rid of it, you are burning it off. So instead of like pouring more disgust on top of the emotional garbage, you're burning it out and you're getting rid of it, and it's a totally different healing, and you actually do heal, and that's awesome. So I feel light and free from that, and it's just so multi-dimensional. And Martha, I would love to Gmail and have a conversation with you about it if you'd like to. Like I Gmail chat, and I'm down like anytime. Anybody actually, I'd love to Gmail chat. I like Ashley Hairbyash is like my little Gmail girlfriend, but you know, I'd like to get together with Socks Heather and with Martha. I would talk more to you about it, and anybody actually. If you have questions that are not being answered by these videos and you actually want to have like a conversation, just let me know. Because like I'm available and I love it. So there you go, Martha. That was my painting a picture of what it's like to be at goal. Some yummy walnuts. I'm out of yogurt though, so I'm just having the walnuts, snacking on them while I watch you guys' videos. Mrs. Geef 2010. Mrs. Geef 2010 was all like, is it okay to ask, what was your starting weight? OMG, sister, it is so okay to ask. I will say this. I will say it. I put it out there from the beginning. If you go back to the first vlog, I talk about it. I bring it up all the time. I was 255 pounds, 5'3", and 255 pounds. Want to see a picture? This picture is actually a 235 pounds because I gained another 20 in like 3 months. Right? Oh my god. Like, that's ridiculous. Actually, here's a couple more. See? Oh gosh. 255 pounds. And look, now I have a chin and a jaw and a neck. My my kid came over to me one day and I was putting together a video of I'm freezing. And I was putting together a video of pictures, and she was watching it. It's actually like it's one of those videos I have back there. It's like my journey in pictures, or 119 pounds before and after, or something like 100, yeah, before and after. Okay, ready? So she comes over and she's looking at it, and she's like, huh, like, what? She was like, well, at least you have a neck now. Thank you. Thank you,
so true. At least I have a neck now. So there you go. 2 questions. The last question today is going to be the 5 things we're going to do in New Orleans when Ash comes down. Well, Ashley, we're definitely, and if anybody else wants to make coming to New Orleans their like huge ass goal, because Ashley's going to be this big when she gets here. That's cool. You should do it. New Orleans is an amazing place to visit, and you know, people are always like food, food, food. We are very food based. The Southern way of life is food, food, food. And I don't know if it's like that everywhere else, but like I guess because of our weather, because we have beautiful weather, like 90% of the time, it's even a little hot. Because of the fresh seafood constantly being available, and just the type of people. We're very, like, you know, Southern people. It's like a laid back, pull up a chair, have a nice tea or a beer, let's peel some crawfish and chill, you know. That being said, like everybody always talks about the food. Well, you can come here and not eat the crap. And if you are going to come here and want to taste like the food of New Orleans, I would suggest going to a really nice restaurant where it's really expensive and they're really small portions, and really tasting New Orleans. Not just eating crap because it's everywhere. You know, it's kind of like if you went to Philadelphia and got a Philly cheesesteak from like a legendary cafe versus buying one from every place you went the entire trip. That's what I have to say about that. Now here you go. What we're going to do, I think we're going to do a lot of stuff with walking and activity. I am going to make you go to Zumba with me. We will do that. And we're going to do a 5K. We're going to find one. Whether it's a walk or a run or whatever, like whatever you're comfortable with, we're going to find one going on. There's a whole lot this time of year, like October, this time of year you're going to be coming. So we're going to find one and we're going to do a 5K and we're going to do Zumba. So that's definitely happening, but that's not really New Orleans based. We're going to go on the kayak tour that you found. I've looked into it more, and I think that's a fabulous way to get the activity, spend the time outdoors, and see the city, and I'm interested in doing that. We are going to go crabbing. I am going to take you crabbing down here by me, out in the swamps and the boonies. We're going to go crabbing. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to go to Honey Island Swamp. So that you can get out in like the thick of it, and we can see some big old alligators and scary kind of stuff. We are going to go to the Audubon Zoo, which is beautiful. And I don't know about all zoos, but I've only experienced, growing up, I only experienced the New Orleans Zoo, and it is beautiful and amazing. And the animals, of course, are in cages, but they're not like cages. They're like these huge setups of environments, and it's just amazing. It's a beautiful place. And then, so I grew up just thinking that's what zoos were. And then I went to 2 other zoos, and it was just like cement enclosures with bars and maybe like a cement rock or a little stream through the cement. It just blew my mind that animals live that way in zoos. So we're going to go to the Audubon Zoo and the aquarium. Those are 2 really good walking things to do. We're probably going to do them on the same day. I think if we get started really early, we're going to do them on the same day. So that's going to be a really good day full of activity. And we're going to take a walking tour through through Uptown to see like all the old New Orleans homes and all that stuff. I think this is passing up 5. We're also going to go to the Art Museum and City Park, because City Park's beautiful. Also, it's got the Art Museum. It's got the Sculpture Garden. They have a paddle boat, so we're going to have a paddle boat so we can work it off. And we're going to see a whole lot of subways. Whole bunch of Subway and Smoothie King. Because when you come down here, you will not go back gaining weight. That's right. So there's my answer for Ashley. And that actually ties into somebody else asked me, Bunkin. She asked me the #1 place to visit in New Orleans, and she said the French Quarter doesn't count. So I would say that if you're looking for the city experience, then you want to do like a walking tour of Uptown or the city. If you're looking for just something really beautiful, I would go to the Honey Island Swamp, because it is amazing to get out into the swamps and really see the wildlife and be in the peaceful, it's like this bubble of life that just seems untouched. When you get, it's so strange to me, even when we go crabbing sometimes, it's like there's all this life. It's like rainforest that's not touched. It's crazy and beautiful. So yeah, and yeah, that's what I would say. It's not actually in New Orleans, but it's around here. And also, if you did want to be in New Orleans, I really love the zoo. Like I just said, the zoo it's a gorgeous, gorgeous facility, and it's huge and clean and just really, really lovely. Yeah.
Sun's about to set. I'm looking horrible. Doesn't matter because I'm going for a run. And I'm so excited because I'm actually getting out of here on time, because the banana was out of town again this week, and I'm actually getting out of the house on time to go outside and run at the park, which I have been loving. Okay, shadow's really crazy when the sun's up, so I will just talk to you guys later. It's about, I don't know, 45 minutes later, and I just ran 3.5 miles, not straight. I ran a whole mile. Well, actually, I ran 1.5 miles. I walked a fourth. I ran a fourth. I walked a fourth. I ran a half. Maybe I should write this shit down. Try to figure out what exactly got done. But it's rough because I don't carry water with me when I run, because I would like screw the groove of things up. But not having hydration during a workout kind of really sucks. Go figure. Alright, ready? 1.5 miles. Walk the fourth. Ran a fourth. Walked a fourth. Ran a half. Walked a fourth. Ran 1 mile. Okay, hold on guys, so let's do the math. 1.5, 2, 3. So I ran 3 1/4 mile, and so I walked 3/4. There we go. And I did it in about 45 minutes. Yeah. And that's crazy. I need to start timing it though, because it's a little bit less than 45 minutes, and that's awesome. That means I could probably set my goal for finishing the 10K in like 1 hour and 15. That means I can run and I can train and I can work really hard and maybe make my goal an hour, which I would fucking die to do. But that was actually next year's goal, like not 2012, 2013's goal. But we'll see. I really, really have been loving running outside. But I think instead of a poodle, I want a pit bull, because dudes are crazy. Like, I have guys all like, woo, yeah, and then like, you know, trying to talk to me and stuff. It's like, no. See, if I had a poodle, I'm not sure how scary that would be, but if I had a pit bull, it probably wouldn't mess with me. Oh my god. Alright. Oh, for lunch, because I forgot to tape it. Oh, I have a picture of it. It's a smoothie, so you'll see it. Lunch was a smoothie, and it was a banana boat smoothie, which is not the best choice, but not a bad choice when that's going to be lunch, and gave me a lot of oof to go running, so that was good. Dinner is going to be partially a smoothie, and I'm going to bake myself some tomatoes. Love baked tomatoes. So good. Which sounds kind of silly, a baked tomato, but I love them. I love them so much I'm probably not going to share them with anybody in my family, because I'm a bitch that way. Alright, I will talk to you guys later. I'll show you the baked tomato. It's going to look just like the one that I ate last night, only I think there's going to be two. Dinner, baked tomatoes. And after I said I wasn't going to share them, I'm giving that one to my brother, because he asked for it.